Did you know that for this movie, the original title was Goat? So Him is a horror movie that is produced by Jordan Peele and is directed by Justin Tipping. So Him, I was like, okay, what's he gonna do with the world of football? And man, it makes me, I love football, it's one of my favorite sports, and this movie really made me look at it in such a different way now. I don't know if I'll be able to watch a football game again without thinking about all the stuff that this movie is trying to tell us. So there's so many good things in this movie. There's only a couple things in this movie that I didn't like, but I'll save that for the end. First thing I liked about this movie, and the thing that really was the strongest part, really anchored it, was the messaging and the symbolism. I mean, throughout this movie, you see Illuminati symbolism everywhere. You see some Freemasonry symbolism. You see ritualistic things happening. Like, it's all pointing towards, like these people are really selling everything they have to be the best. And I was curious. I thought I read somewhere that Him was inspired by a true event or whatever, but it's not. It's completely fictional. I don't know. It just seemed like some of this stuff could be realistic. Some of the stuff that these guys go through could be real. I know that there are apparently Hollywood rituals that happen where there's like different doors you go through, and then every door is a different sin that you have to overcome. This is messed up, honestly. It's messed up. This movie did a really phenomenal job of just showing, one, the depravity of humanity, like what humans will do to be the best, to sacrifice their soul. Like, a lot of this was sacrificing their soul, and doing whatever they need to do to be successful, even if it means murdering someone, drinking blood, being a part of these strange rituals, just like letting yourself just be almost in a way possessed by the things that are happening around you and the mentality that these people are trying to drill into your head. I did read that Justin Tipping's inspiration for at least Cameron's character came from quarterbacks Caleb Williams and Patrick Mahomes. He wanted to focus more on how hard it is for a black quarterback to succeed and what they have to go through to prove themselves. But that's really all I found in terms of anything that this movie was inspired by. The performances were great. I loved the performances. My favorite was Marlon Wayans' performance as Isaiah. Man, he he did a great job. He did a great job of just walking the line between, like, at times I really felt like he was like bipolar. Like, there's times he's like a really chill, laid back guy, and other times he's just in Cameron's face, screaming, doing all these weird, twisted things, saying weird things, acting differently, like completely confusing Cameron with his acts. Like, one moment he seems like a friendly guy, the second he's like a complete psychopath. So I mean, phenomenal job there. And then Tyriq Withers, he did a great job just really being that guy, like being in the mindset of someone who has worshipped this man, Isaiah, since childhood, who was groomed since childhood to take his place eventually. And I mean, I think he would react how any of us would react to just being completely overwhelmed by everything, the fame, the fortune, the power. I mean, all of that, like, it's all just tackled so well, and they all just do a great job. And there's one character I wish had a little bit more screen time, but I found the character of Elsie to be kind of fascinating. She didn't have a whole lot of scenes though. She was kind of just like eye candy thrown in there. She's the temptation of a beautiful woman thrown in there. I mean, we know why she was in there, man. Like, I looked her up too, Julia Fox, model. If you most people probably know who she is. I did. I looked her up. She's a model. So I could tell that right away when I was looking at her. And there was one scene that actually kind of cracked me up. She looked like a walking disco ball. It was one of those moments, like, most of the movie was completely serious. Like, there really wasn't any funny moments in this movie, but there were a couple of instances where these characters are just so far gone, so psychotic, so wrapped up in themselves. Like, they'll wear whatever they want, they'll do whatever they want. So the things I didn't like, I would say one thing I wasn't a fan of. I felt like there were times in the movie where they just threw like random characters in, random tropes, random moments that didn't mean anything, didn't lead to anything. It was just kind of thrown in there to keep us interested, keep us glued to the screen, keep our intrigue up. But me, I prefer having, if you throw something random in, I prefer having a little more backstory to it, a little more explanation to why it's even in there, rather than just like, oh, let's just make it more chaotic by throwing random things in, but not explaining why they're there. The weird, strange lady at the very beginning, the crazy fan, at the beginning, I think it was like, her name was like Margie or something, Marge. I kind of wanted to know a little bit more about her. When they first introduced her, it seemed like they were gonna, she's gonna have a little more prominent role. Not really, but for all I know, she could have just been used by these guys to test Cameron. I don't know. That's just me. And then the other one, just my personal preference, I would like more detail on certain things. Like, one character that I liked, like I said, Elsie. I liked Elsie. There was no details behind her. There's no background behind her. Like, she seemed to be important, yet they never really explained really what her importance was. Like, there just wasn't enough unpacking of her character. And then the ending, I would have liked a little bit more. It would have been kind of cool if right at the end of the movie, Cameron would have had like a kind of a vision of the future of what would happen if he did sign that contract. Seeing everything come to life, seeing all of his dreams come true in his head, and then we go back to reality, and then he rejects them. So that would have been a better ending than rather just how it ended. Kind of just open-ended, no resolution, really no what's next. But I was still happy with it. I still had a good time with my friend Jake. It was what we expected. I wouldn't if you decide to go see it, which I do recommend go seeing this movie, don't set the bar super high. I'd say just set it at a reasonable height, and this movie will reach it. So for him, I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10 Mudflaps, and remember, leave me a thumbs up and drop in the comments below. What's your favorite Jordan Peele movie? See you soon.